Last season, Pittsburgh swept Baltimore on their way to the AFC North title. Today is their first matchup of the year, and it's coming up next.
We are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. On third down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a give. Running left is Harris. They'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Steelers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And a long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The return is Duvernay. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is
looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris.
Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Steelers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
That's caught. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Play action. It's Jackson.
Catch is made by Marquise Brown.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Coming up on 2nd and 7. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Jackson's going to work to run it.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Throwing is Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again.
And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because He and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Harris starts the drive on the ground. Able to slither by. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, the great coaches said football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Oh, some strong running. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive.
And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They go play action now. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman.
And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
The tackle made by L.J. Ford. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the left side. It's Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. Steps away. And this one is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 33 yards that time. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Back to throw again.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted.
Picked off by Tavon Young. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
So back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Here's Jackson to throw.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Now it's Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. To throw again is Jackson.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. From the gun on third down, Jackson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Right side, Claypool's got it.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll throw now on the final play. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch.
Get it! Get it!
So we reach halftime, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses them about 4 yards.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Finding some room at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line.
118 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's got this down to the 35. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the first round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll try the left side. It's Harris. Oh, he breaks another. That one, a first down pickup of 8. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Caught on the slant. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Jackson to Bateman there, 1st down Ravens.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Back now in Pittsburgh. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 44, Jackson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a 1st down. Now it's Jackson.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler, 1st-round pick back in 2012. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Tavon Young in on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Harris. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 168 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And they run with Harris off the option. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. They'll run on 1st down. Harris. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Here we go now as they will again try for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Throwing is Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
And talk about a quick answer. This looked like a missed assignment. You'd think someone would be able to rein him in after he makes this catch, but he's so slippery in the open field, he's able to take it all the way to the end zone.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5. He'll drop to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Carter, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now it looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tavon Young. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. On 2nd and 10, Jackson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one